What's up, my peeps? Al Smith here. This is the week 8 review of the Endurance turf paint. Today I'm gonna cut it. I cut it 2 weeks ago, and I'm gonna cut it again to see how it holds up. I'm gonna cut it on level 4.5, if I'm not mistaken. My mower can get up to 5 inches, but today I'm gonna cut it on 4.5. The first time I did it, I cut it on 4.5, and it looked great. So I'm gonna do the same thing again. As you can see, the grass is looking good. Up in here, I did notice that it's some browning. Now, I don't know if that's just like the seasonal, dormancy, or if that's a sign that the turf paint is starting to wear out. I really don't know. As far as the overall look, it's looking absolutely amazing. This is the 2nd month. And so it said that it would last at least 2 months. The paint would last at least 2 months. So for 8 weeks is 4 weeks in a month. And this right here would be the 2nd month. So basically, it has lasted for the minimum amount of time that it said it would last. And I think it's going to last longer than that, to be honest. But at this point, the grass is starting to green up everywhere. We're starting to come out of dormancy, so you ain't gonna really be able to tell if it's still down. I can still tell, just because it's like all of the other yards around here are still kind of like brown, but it is starting to green up, and it's looking good. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it, and then you'll be able to see that you can again cut it. This will be the 2nd cut, and so we're gonna go from there. And like I was saying too, make sure that you put your blades on a significantly high height. That way you could cut just the stuff that's on top. You don't want to cut into the actual paint, because it is paint, and so the blades will scrape up the paint that's on the blades of the grass if you're cutting too low. So cut it as low as you can without going into the actual paint. And my recommendation would be, especially if it's like low like this, my recommendation would be anywhere from 4 to 4.5. You might even have to do 5, depending on how long you've been allowing your grass to just grow up. So definitely cut it high. All right, let's get to it. All right, as you can see, turned out very well. Chef's kiss. I was able to put some stripes on the yard, and that looks good. The last time I was over here 2 weeks ago, I was able to put stripes on the yard, but I was going from front to back. I wanted to put the diagonal cuts on there just to see how well it would hold up. So it's looking absolutely amazing. I already did edge. I did weed eat around the perimeters, so I don't have to do that. And as you can see, everything looks nice and even. There's no color, there's no discoloration around the perimeters where I weeded it at. So it's holding up absolutely amazing. It looks great. This is the 8th week review, and at this point, I think I can go ahead and conclude my research and seeing if it will last for the minimum amount of time that it said it would last. Again, this is Endurant. This is their perennial rye turf paint, and it is absolutely phenomenal. If you want to start a business, if you want to get into grass painting, because that is a thing, if you want to get into grass painting, or if you want to offer this as a service, I would highly recommend it. It will be some things that you'll have to tell your clients, especially if you're not the one that's going to be mowing the yard. The biggest thing would be to tell your client to let their lawn guy know to cut the grass higher than you normally would. If they're push mowing it, put it on a 4 or 4.5, or even better. That way the turf paint can stay on the grass for as long as possible. If you are a homeowner and you're looking to have some green grass in the dormant seasons like what we're just now coming out of, I would highly recommend Endurant turf paint. See which one would fit your grass type, because they have a nice variety of options that you can choose from. The perennial rye is good for St. Augustine, zoysia, warm season grasses. But if you have Kentucky or one of the other grasses, you may need to get one of their other colorants that will go better for your particular type of grass. So with that being said, like I say, I think this is going to wrap up my research on the Endurant turf paint. But if I had to grade it from a 1 to 10, and this is just my honest opinion, I'm not getting paid from Endurant to do these reviews. I paid my own money, and I charge my clients a premium to get this sprayed on their grass. So from 1 to 10, if I had to choose, I would give it a 10 all day long. I would give it a 10. Nothing less than a 9.5. And for me, it would be a 10. It's a great product. It's lasted this whole time. I think it's going to continue to last for another few weeks, maybe even another month. So it's a great product, and it just looked better. They actually did. It looked better than every other yard in this neighborhood. It's probably 150, maybe 200 yards in this neighborhood. We had people that was putting down rye seeds, and it just didn't compare. It didn't compare. Like, this looked better from day one, and it's not hurting the grass. So it's a win-win. But anyway, my name is Al Smith, aka Al About Biz. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with somebody, because this may help. All right, and with that being said, I'm out.